Hello. After yesterday's game, both Hasan and I have something like we'd like to play another game because this was something to forget about. A dubious hand, two nasty scorings, two scorings without the best one, but red scar perch is present, so difficult decision. Cambridge 5 would hurt. Well, let's purge him, dump Asia first and maybe fight for European domination. Oh, no, sorry, it is okay. I need ops for European domination, not Comic-Con due to blockade. So I have to be somewhat greedy spending my ops. Not sure how I catch mill ops, but we'll think about it later. Okay, let's just have presence here. Cooing again, but giving me one op in France I was missing. And mill-ups option. Could have rolled better. Okay, I think it's time to drop Middle Eastern dreams. It's definitely time to drop Middle Eastern dreams. With a little bit of luck I have Comic-Con for the last play to coup Egypt, because he doesn't really have good coup targets to drop DEFCON. So event, space, so he didn't really lose too much due to red scar perch. Maybe I misplayed this hand. On the other hand, what else? Not my fault that I rolled a 1 in Lebanon and then got purged from the region with Arab-Israeli war. Just not duck and cover to Colombia. Sorry, Panama. Containment is a good news. Because I have a 4 ops coup. If Asia hadn't been scored, I would have played into North Korea, but now I have to fight for Middle East because it's devastating. And that's my best chance. Phew. Bah. But at least DEFCON gets back to 4 and... And what? The best he can do in Middle East is to play duck and cover. Wait, Nasser is gone? Yeah, it is. So he can't boost Middle East too much. On the other hand, he can just put 1, 2, 3 and 4, and if I coup, he can counter coup. Let's headline this, giving up 3 victory points, and yeah. Maybe I should have defected this, but well. Fighting for everything at once is impossible, and I may count on this combo. This saved for blockade. Cambridge 5 is completely free now. Korean War, maybe to space race, or better to just let it go, see its outcome, and immediately go to South Korea. Recapturing France can wait. My main concern now is that my only good coups are with 2 ops. Oh, no longer. He's now coupping Panama, I guess. And he's coupping Panama decently. Okay. Let's then go under D card, I suppose. If he doesn't play blockade until AR 5, I am going to space socialist governments, and if he plays then blockade on AR6, I'm gonna drop West Germany and then put with NATO 2 in France and 1 in West Germany, holding Truman. I feel I'm playing weaker than yesterday. No need to go to West Germany. Kinda sort of bluff. Maybe I should have done it a move before. Libya. Why not 3 into France, but 2 into France, 1 into West Germany? Because I don't want to leave West Germany completely empty, because I don't want to allow him taking it with a single move. On the other hand, it's worth purging him now. He's expecting Truman Doctrine in the hairline. And purge leaves him with no decent options, really. He loses France or he loses Battleground Coup unless he successfully headlines Suez Crisis or socialist governments. In both of the cases, he is also crippled in hand. He's leading on the map and on VP track, but this is all at the acceptable level as for USSR and early war. Distal headlined. If he doesn't have defectors, it's very brave, or he probably hoped to see Truman and distal entirely from France, which would also be nice. He doesn't coup, maybe attacking his hand with 5-year plan is worth. His only good coup target is Algeria. Okay, this is something of a solution. This is something of an annoyingly good solution. He had a problem. It's no longer true. But at least distalling into France isn't really something tempting, and I can still repeat what I did with nuclear test ban, unless he overcontrols France, which costs him 1 extra influence point when he's purged again. He had Suez Crisis. Okay, now. Oh yes, that was the card. So I guess he doesn't have any scorings, because he doesn't play as if he had any. If I plan my Truman action, I have to play you an intervention for ops. Okay, let's go to space and just wait for his move. Not bad, therefore I may be waiting with Truman and just playing elsewhere. By waiting I mean keeping Truman in the deck, playing it for op. Gaining 4 victory points effectively. Or maybe not. Because what he has? Suez gone, socialists, yeah. Okay. No. I wanted this and... Hooray! And you know what? I'm still not playing Truman. But I may be playing Salt to grab Red Scare and just purge him again, or if he plays ABM Treaty somewhere in the turn, to grab ABM and realign France after this whole fight. But first I need to make use of the Voice of America. Preferably if I could score South America scoring without using Voice of America for 0. And then wipe his presence of Africa. Middle East scoring is gonna cost me, but what do you have about Missile Envy? I have good events, but I don't have very rich hand. And I'm vulnerable to victory points losses. He's thinking, so he's either bluffing or he has a choice. That's worth a 6, yep. But this may change after he gives me a card. NATO. So what's your Missile Envy call? You're going to France and to Central America. Ooh-ho! Let's coup and let's pretend we have Africa scoring. I guess it's my second coup in game and a second one for a coup. Or had I forgotten some coups? Damn it. Okay, because the cars look nice, blah blah blah, but before I can make use of them, I may be losing due to auto victory. Boo, 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 boo. Get lost. Panama Canal returned should secure my South American at least draw. But nothing I can do about other regions. At least not immediately. Plus, if I don't perform another coup, the salt negotiations don't give me the extra victory points which I really need now. But let's skip the negatives and focus on the positives. The positives are CIA is still in the deck. He is purged. He may have some problems with his hand. He's still under his Truman threat. He's behind in meal-ups. And he's just a human, vulnerable to making mistakes from time to time. Maybe he has a tough hand too. NATO will bury you, so he had at least 2 4-ops cards. Oh, he's not purged now, yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking that I purged him on turn 1 and turn 3, and I intend to purge him once again on turn 5. On turn 7 it's also possible, theoretically also possible on turn 9 with Star Wars, but I doubt whether I'm able to be ahead of him in space. Ugh. Okay, you get 3. I could play Panama Canal Return, but this would only make matters worse. Blech. Okay, so now surviving is a real quest, because all the remaining score in his favor. Just gonna see my headline. And it all simply looks very bad. Maybe I will coup hide with Usuri. Nah, this doesn't make sense. With Usuri I should use some ops. He's cooing. Tunisia. Okay, so cooing Saharan states with Usuri makes sense, especially if I want to perform my salt play. Yeah, I could remove him from Poland with Truman, but I think Truman is more effective against France. So now VPs are very bad. I have to hope for some Red Scare and Bear Trap and maybe Defcon combo. I'm gonna wait a little to make him think that I may have some doubts about what to headline. I actually had. Oh, that's pointless, he's seeing my headline, damn it. May turn out that his hand is richer than mine, considering even that he's perched. The good news are... Okay, let's start from the bad news. Okay, the good news are that he doesn't have any better scoring. No Central America, no Southeast Asia, I guess. Although Southeast Asia is at the same level. The bad news is that maybe not helpful. First of all, I have to survive the fact that Asia is gonna score this turn. Of course, mine and neutral cards first, hoping for some fast Kennedy who can't be spaced. That's a nice play. I have to participate, and he won. Third coup in this game and third one. And he got rid of CIA. Damn it! He's gonna get rid of grain sales as well. Fuck. And he doesn't have Kennedy. So basically the game is lost. And I mean it, it's deadly lost. But well, this was like my first decent coup in this game. Oh, and he has how I learned, by the way. Lech. Okay, what he got is a terrible hand, but provided he would have Defcon problems, and I had to play Salt, so he doesn't have Defcon problems anymore. I can't even play Che, because this gives him arms race boost. Therefore, I can play like this. Realigning Thailand is something very rare. China card cooing. Arms race vibe. Okay, so now I'm gonna recoo Thailand with Che. Suddenly I started rolling nice for coups. And hey, maybe I'm gonna score Asia for my own domination. If this could save me a game, and I'd eventually won it, this would be the game changer of the decade. Of course, I doubt it. There's still Central America waiting, for example. But Asia and Southeast Asia at the same time start looking really, really good. Unfortunately, he's nicely defended against Asia. If he just goes to Pakistan, which he probably does. Therefore, I have to get rid of Long Gunman ASAP. Probably losing chance to coup any African country. But hey, what does he have? Grain saves, shuttle diplomacy, and how I learned, yeah, so he can easily play just how I learned. And I keep rolling once. So this is what's going to end me probably. Because this one was really important. Had I rolled a 2, puppet governments could save me against Central American domination, which would score a 3 for him. And what? Say what? Korea? Yeah. And therefore okay, but I got Southeast Asia scoring and Central America scoring, which I now control. And one small step, I should headline, I guess, one small step, because this gives him the least information I could provide. With a little bit of luck, I'll survive this turn and deny his picket headline privilege. Colonials, I guess. Burma, Philippines, Indonesia and Nigeria. Very direct play until into Southeast Asia scoring. But then I have to play Norad to... never mind. Oh, that was lucky. Of course I'm playing the event, discarding Allende, discarding Central America, scoring Hoping and Never Returns, and Willy Brandt. And what I got in return looks really, really very good compared to what I used to have so far. This switches my plans, since now I can play colonials into Indonesia and 3 African one-stops, and just please, if you Quagmire me, let me escape in my first attempt. Socialist governments are gonna go to space, but first let's wait until I can use them. Space race, power. Do you have any more 4-ops cards? Brush War and ABM hopefully save me South America. Bring it back to me. Oh, influence with Quagmire. That's something new, I would say. Portuguese Empire. So now I think Brush War against Panama, because Panama offers very good odds. As good as Venezuela, but better reward. Then APM against something very else. But first let's go with this one. One row succeeded. ABM, I guess, against Venezuela. I need some South American good outcome. And ooh, you're in such trouble. What the hell do you have? CIA is gone. Grain cells is what he just dropped. can have Voice of America. Duck and Cover is spaceable by him. So is Bear Trap. So is 5-Year Plan? I can't really recall whether he could have it or not. Whatever it is, I feel that I should react with ABM Treaty to it, so let's first space. Deny him seeing my headline. Oh, OAS. That's actually a kind of good news. And it was a good enough roll, and he no longer sees my headline. And the cards returned. So now several cards are tempting. Basically all the cards which aren't his events are tempting, except maybe Nixon. But I feel the most tempting of them is Puppet Governments. Now excuse me for a moment. I am back. His choice is Portuguese Empire. Now I came back from a very bad situation, but this still is a tough one, because he's leading on VPs, he's basically leading on the map, he got rid of the toughest cards, and he's close to achieve Wargames margin. This should attack his several places at once. Not enough to stop him in Africa. Yeah, I keep forgetting this Tunisia, so I guess this is it. Like it was yesterday, maybe we are going to have an exciting turn 7. He has Cultural Revolution, so it would be wise for me to play the China card, I guess. On the other hand, there are more urgent things to do than this one. Like spacing Warsaw Pact. Or like realigning. Uh-oh. Oof. Uh-oh. By spacing Warsaw Pact, I don't mean that it's harmful. I mean that 3 victory points from Space Race are nice. And I also mean that it would be nice to have decent chance to control Europe. But this is the China card time. Let's take a chance on this. Okay. The chance wasn't decent enough. Yes. Let's go for victory points at this stage of the game. He prefers holding Cultural Revolution. Okay. How I learned is, I guess, kinda sorta pointless. To hold. Because I want to play nuclear subs in Hellline next stop. Suddenly I started cooing decently. Middle East scoring is of course something very, very nasty. Okay, let's go for this. And threaten multiple places at once. He may be hesitant to coup on his very first action round, seeing this one, because he'd like to have a counter to my coup. In such a case, I can play duck and cover, or I can coup something in the Middle East, although I feel I should just grab presence in the Middle East and maybe attack it with the Voice of America. Of course, some nasty Central America scoring and war games may still destroy me, or something like this. Damn it. Fortunately, he rolled quite poorly, but whoa. Not any longer. Okay. Let's counter coup. Not as good as he did. Scoring, yeah. I assume he doesn't have any better scorings now, and he doesn't have Africa scoring now. On the other hand, I do not have very good cards. to do basically to do anything. Oh well. Let's threaten him here. Giving up defectors is a must, I guess. Okay, all in or not? It doesn't really matter when I score this, because it looks like losing anyway. So let's first make some use of our juicy nuclear subs. Or he's playing for OPEC. How about no? Think later. What do I do with this ops? Maybe I like Central American domination and Middle Eastern presence. It's the best I see so far. So no DEFCON hopes as well. Okay then. This is to grab France. Maybe I should have headlined something else, just to grab victory points in case of preparation for war games. Oh. if he has war games, it's over anyway, so... Okay, never mind. If he doesn't, it may affect Central American scoring. But otherwise, Europe starts looking promising. If I'm not losing by war games until the end, I should be winning in the final scoring. Doesn't have war games. Okay. Of course, it's a big problem. What I just saw in South America. Let's first attempt to take Pakistan directly with the China card. No. Okay, then let's attempt to take it this way. Boo. Failed. Whew. One more way for me to win this game is the clock. Now I realized. Or maybe some very lucky Defcon. Actually, maybe it's worth attacking his hand right now with 5-year plan. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, and that's what I like. That's what I like. And so what's left? Central America and Africa. Denying him discarding a card is not worth anything by itself. Simply because he has too few cards to discard this turn, and next turn is the last one. So I won't be spacing Che. I'll resolve it first. And then maybe I could do something decent in Central America. He's not going for Africa. So another option would be to provoke him to go to Libya. But this bases too strongly on his mistakes. Over controlling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should be enough, and yeah, let's attack here. If he has it, it keeps... oh, UN only. So let's grab this. I got the scoring, but not the one I wanted to get. This one goes for 0. Okay, let's headline that in this case. The worst thing is I didn't get Chernobyl. Blech. Okay, that's the worst thing actually. Fuck, and that's the second worst, and I think it was the game-changing moment. Okay, maybe he has war games. Regardless, this is impossible to save in the final scoring, I guess. He doesn't have war games. Okay. I need one more coup attempt anyway. Maybe if I can control Central America this changes anything, but this South America looks so rotten. And this chai played might turn out being decisive if it turns out that due to Colombia I have no access to Venezuela to break this control. Whew. That would be something. And this was very nasty. But he didn't miss this one. And then he got this one when he managed to deny my domination. Okay, then. One done. second done to some extent. Whoa. So I guess my best bet for the last action round, maybe I should have played it earlier, I mean Guasnos to Angola. But it's too late to think about it, plus I don't think it really matters. I'm banning Central America, of course. And never mind about the second one. So I'm losing against him again, but at least it's not as bad as yesterday. I'm losing by 13 in the final scoring after a very good game. Thank you for watching and see you next